You have battled through the storm and inspired us to create a new tale.
When I reviewed Tearaway on PlayStation Vita back in 2013, I loved it, giving a score of 9.3. Amazing. Here's what I had to say. Tearaway is a joy. Whether it's riding a pig towards the sunset or playing basketball with a super-powered accordion, it never failed to make me smile. It sincerely believes that imagination really is the most important faculty. It does this by using every aspect of the Vita, crafting an experience that I can't imagine being realised elsewhere. It might be short, but it's very special. Tearaway Unfolded is a different experience, however. While the skeleton of the original can still be detected, Unfolded is best thought of as part remake, part adaptation, and it does a great job of realising the potential of its new hardware. Familiar environments are generously expanded and made more bustling and beautiful. In place of the Vita's assorted cameras and touchscreens, the peculiarities of the Dualshock 4 are celebrated in novel and enjoyable ways. Yet not all of these additions and adaptations work. So much new content is added, the overall experience is quite different, and the intimate charm of the original, which I love so much, has been lost. One thing that definitely benefits is Tearaway's striking art style, which looks better than ever. On a bigger screen, running at a higher resolution, it's easy to appreciate how well executed this world really is. It genuinely feels handmade, a world shaped by scissors and glue. Tearaway's big message remains the celebration of creativity, and as such you're periodically asked to design small parts of this world. It's all done by sketching an outline on the Dualshock's touchpad. It's surprisingly accurate, but given its limited size, it's tricky to realise more detailed designs. I often found my sketch prematurely coming to life because my finger had accidentally slipped off the touchpad. But the PlayStation app can be used to turn phones and tablets into much bigger canvases. Either way, seeing your design of a snowflake suddenly appear in the world is still magical. Few experiences take advantage of the Dualshock 4 and its eccentric functionality, light bar, gyroscope, touchpad, quite like Tearaway Unfolded. Each quirk forms the basis of a new mechanic. The light bar is used to illuminate the darkness, while swiping a finger across the touchpad creates a forceful gust of wind. Meanwhile, the gyroscope grants precise control over particular types of platform, and occasionally it all dovetails to create distinctive and challenging gameplay. Unfolded is a key word. It implies an expansion, as if the borders are being pushed back to reveal something new, previously hidden. And while I barely recognised anything from the final third of the game, overall it's not a totally successful and seamless expansion. The fault lines are still visible, and the old and new fail to really connect. The Vita version focused on Atwa delivering a special message to you, the player. Tearaway Unfolded retains this overarching design, but in the interest of offering new content, and presumably a bigger and better experience, it takes several detours. Viewed in isolation, these sections are good, including my favourite, which takes place entirely within your controller. But when squeezed into the frame of the original story, they don't work. They create pacing problems and derail the narrative of the original. These issues aren't helped by levels being heavily punctuated by compulsory scrap battles. The frequency and execution of these encounters make them feel more like a chore than a platform to play with different abilities. Tearaway Unfolded successfully translates so many aspects of the original. It remains a distinctive experience which celebrates creativity and fun with undimmed enthusiasm and invention, and along the way asks you to do things very few games do, whether that's designing a crown for a squirrel or christening a baby Wendigo. It also makes you think about a very familiar controller in new and surprising ways. That should be recognised and appreciated. But overall, the adaptation loses some of the intimate charm and narrative focus of the original. Tearaway Unfolded is certainly a bigger, bolder experiment, but not necessarily a better one.